Hey, what's good, boxing world? It's your boy Chandre, man. Just stopping in to make my fight predictions for the prediction tournament here on YouTube. Um, you know me, I like to elaborate, but however, I don't have a whole lot of time to elaborate on every one of these fights, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just make my picks and leave it at that, and make a closing comment, and that'll be that. I'm picking Juan Manuel Lopez to win his fight against Stephen Levueno. Um, he actually had a pretty bad showing, you know, a little while ago. But I think he's going to come back and do pretty good. I think he's going to try to prove a lot. But I'm just going to pick him by a 12th round decision. I mean, based on his last performance, even though I know he's a better fighter than what he showed in his last fight. Um, Gamboa versus Rogers. I picked Gamboa, believe it or not, by knockout. And Rogers took Lopez 12 rounds. They're trying to set up a super fight between Lopez and Gamboa. And I'm going to even pick Gamboa in that fight. Even though Gamboa is very talented, but I see a lot of reckless aggression also on his part. But it's just ego because of his athleticism, and he has a right to be, but he needs to work on his defense. Um, the Shane Mosley and Andre Berto fight, as we all know, is canceled. And I had already picked Andre Berto to win that fight, believe it or not. And I would normally pick Shane Mosley over a lot of people. So a lot of people just didn't understand why I picked Berto. And now that that fight's off and there's possibly a May 1st or May 8th date given for for Shane Mosley versus Floyd Mayweather Jr. And I'm picking Floyd Mayweather Jr. with the 12th round decision. Even though a lot of people are going to say Mosley has a higher output and he punches harder and this, that, and the third or whatever, mentally, I feel like he's not going to be able to deal with Floyd. Floyd won't stand there like Margarito, and Floyd can counter much better than Margarito, and Floyd has actually a better offense than people give him credit for. And heaven forbid if he stands in the pocket on Shane Mosley, because Shane Mosley's defense is garbage, then he may fool around and get a TKO on Shane. And say about the 10th, 11th round, 9th, 10th round, somewhere up in there, they may wind up stopping it. But I pick him for a unanimous decision in 12th round, Mayweather over Mosley. Okay, the Sakio Bika versus Alan Green. I actually like both fighters, but I'm going to go with Alan Green in that fight, and I'm going to go with him by a surprising knockout and maybe about the 6th or 7th round. That's just my opinion. Bika's good, though. Edward Valero over DeMarco. I pick him, and I pick him by a split decision. Thomas Adamek versus Jason Estrada. I pick Adamek because if Estrada chooses to sit and trade, he will go to sleep against Adamek. So I'm going to actually say by knockout in maybe about the 10th round, not in Adamek's favor. No need to Donaire against Guerrero. It's a no-brainer. I'm going to pick Donaire. I mean, he's just proven himself time and time again. So I pick him, and I would normally pick him by a knockout, but Guerrero is no real pushover either. So I'm going to say split decision. Sean Porter against Russell Jordan. I'm going to say Sean Porter with a knockout in maybe about the 7th or 8th round. Evander Holyfield versus Francois Botha. Botha is actually a lot tougher than people think, and a lot of people are just going to go for Holyfield because of his name. However, Botha loves to brawl, and he doesn't have the compact inside combinations like Evander Holyfield. So I'm going with Evander Holyfield, but not by knockout, but I'm going with a 12th round decision. Okay. And Chris Henry, I'm picking him over Garay, or however you pronounce his name. And I'm going to pick him actually by a knockout. And I would also say around the 7th, 8th round. It could even possibly come earlier, around about the 5th or 6th round. Then we have Arthur Abraham versus Darrell. I actually like Arthur Abraham, but I feel like Darrell can run circles around him, and he knows not to stand still or get caught on the ropes. So I pick Darrell in that also, but I pick it by a 12th round unanimous decision, not even a split decision. Juan Urango, I actually pick him over Alexander because Urango is actually a tough cat, and he's going to bring the fight to him, and he has a good chin. I don't see him getting knocked out. So I pick him for a 12th round split decision because he's actually going to take a lot of blows, so he's going to lose some rounds. Manny Pacquiao versus Joshua Clottey. I actually went to the press conference they had out here at the Cowboy Stadium. I got to meet him, even though security was hella tight. But I got some pictures too. I'm actually picking Joshua Clottey. A lot of people don't pick him to win, but I do because I feel like if he can stick to a game plan of backing Manny up, he'll win. So if he presses Manny backward, he wins by a split decision or possibly a late stoppage, a TKO. But if he doesn't back Manny up and it's the other way around, then Manny wins a 12-round decision. I don't think he's going to knock Joshua Clottey out. So I'm picking Clottey to win that. And once again, I've already touched on the Floyd Mayweather because his name is here now, but that's back with the Shane Mosley. So Vladimir Klitschko versus Eddie Chambers. Whoa, that's actually going to be a hell of a fight. I would love to pick Eddie Chambers because I would love to see the heavyweight title come back over here. However, I don't feel that he's going to get inside of Klitschko's jab. I feel like he likes to brawl. He has fast hands, but I don't feel like he's going to get inside the jab. So I pick Klitschko to win by either a late round stoppage or a decision, a late round split decision or something. Andre Ward, he doesn't have an opponent, but whoever his opponent is, I pick him to win. Unless it's Darrell, then I have to think about it. But I'm going to pick Andre Ward via knockout, depending on whoever he's going to fight, if he fights. And Frock against Mikael Kessler. I like Kessler. I picked Kessler to win the whole thing at first, but I changed my mind somewhere down the line. But I picked Mikael Kessler over Carl Frock because I think Kessler is a more well-rounded boxer. So I'm figuring him to win by a split decision because he also gets hit too. So, and Carl Frock is no slouch. And Rafael Marquez against Israel Vasquez. I'm actually going to go with Vasquez by a 12-round split decision due to the fact that both of them like to engage. And those are my predictions. And now on to a different note, since I actually have a couple of minutes left. I'm going to say that a lot of people have shown a lot of double standards in a lot of things as far as in boxing's concerns, like with the whole Pacquiao Mayweather fiasco and things of that nature. And everybody's chosen their sides. That's what people do. It's sort of like war, even in boxing. You choose your side, you debate for your team, you stand up for your team, and you represent that which you speak on. A lot of people have been getting a lot of flack, and one person in particular, I'm going to say the boxing voice. But I feel like a lot of people are coming down on him unnecessarily. Granted, he's a Pacquiao fan. It does not mean that he is a blinded, quote-unquote, Pacquiao fan. Because if you notice, he speaks on every boxing topic that comes up, every boxer that comes up, every fight that comes up, he speaks on it. So unlike the traditional, quote-unquote, Pac fan robot that doesn't know anything else about boxing, they're just in love with Pacquiao, he's actually more versatile. So I don't even drive him to that degree. I mean, we've had our conversations, and everybody know that. We've had our conversations, and we've agreed to disagree. But I wouldn't go so far as, even with his animations, he talks about Mayweather, this, that, and the third. He's supposed to be on the side of whom he likes, But if you ever really talk to the guy on a one-on-one basis, I feel like you'll see that he's actually more well-rounded, and he doesn't hate Mayweather. He just happens to like Pacquiao. So there's nothing wrong with that. So I figure we need to lighten up on him. He actually does a very good job on YouTube. So Boxing Voice, big shout out. You know what I'm saying? PML to you. Shane Mosley, Floyd Mayweather. Whoa, I think that's going to be a superb fight. Me personally, like I said, I'm going to pick Mayweather in that fight, even though Shane's going to do a hellified job in the first couple of rounds. But I don't see Shane Mosley being able to adapt as well as Mayweather, and that's why I'm actually going to pick Mayweather, because he can adapt much better than any other boxer that's out there. No matter which direction you bring the fight to him, he is able to adapt. He can change his game plan in the middle of the fight, middle of the round, and he can make you pay for it. So, hate it or love it, it is what it is, So everybody, feel free to do your thing. Feel free to leave your comments. No racist stuff, man. We all grown. Or if you choose to leave racist comments because I said something about Pacquiao, feel free to make a video so the world can see you and you can say your racist things there. All right? So until then, it's Chandre. Peace. Holla at me.